Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore, welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Today we're actually taking a look at a birthday present. For those of you who don't know, I recently just celebrated my birthday, and this was a present from the dad. So today we're taking a look at the PlayStation God of War Ragnarok Kratos 6-inch figure. So this guy, he looks really cool. I remember I really wanted a Kratos figure back in the day, and there weren't very many available, and a lot of them were expensive, but this, I think, just came out recently. You can see Kratos, as seen in God of War Ragnarok. There was also an Aloy one from Horizon, which I really wanted, but I wasn't able to get a hold of, but if it comes back into stock and I happen to be in the store when it's there, I will grab it. But here is Kratos, and he looks really, really cool. He's got the Leviathan axe, he's got the shield, he's got the fisted hands, and he just looks really good. You can see a nice render of Kratos from the game there. You can see Kratos and all of his accessories there. And then the back of the box, you can see a nice render of Kratos again. This is, of course, Kratos from the Norse games, not the Greek games. You can see it's an official product of PlayStation. You can see a nice image of the box art there from the video game with Kratos and his son Atreus. Yeah, this looks really cool. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up the box. So without further ado, I'm going to take a few minutes to get this big boy unboxed. Don't go away. There's more review to be had. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, he looks so good. He looks so good. He's got the Leviathan axe. He's got the shield from his dead wife, Faye, all kind of transformed into his arm here. I was hoping that there would be, like, Mimir on his back, on his hip somewhere. No Mimir, it's just Kratos himself. It's kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping that he had, like, Mimir in there somewhere. But no, he does not have Mimir hooked to his belt. It's just Kratos himself. And the Leviathan axe, like, let me take his Leviathan axe and put Kratos aside here. And then I guess we'll look at his other accessories too. But the Leviathan axe, for being how small it is, it definitely looks really nice. Like, it looks super accurate to the games. I wish that the runes and, like, all the detail on the axe head was more fleshed out. It's barely being picked up on camera, but the detail is there. Like, this just looks so good. So there's the Leviathan axe. And then we also have the shield. This is really cool. Obviously on Kratos here you can see the shield all folded up. But this is what the shield looks like, kind of fully transformed, because this shield does transform. I love it in these kind of mythical franchises and universes where the shield transforms. I think that's so cool. Just so much detail on this. And then, of course, you got the two fisted hands here for Kratos, so he can punch the heck out of his enemies. But I really love this guy. I guess we'll go into articulation for him, right? Because there's a lot to go through on this guy. So, his head can do the Exorcist. He can move up and down, and he does have, like, a butterfly joint here, right? He has a butterfly joint, so it can go out, it can go in, and then it fully rotates, obviously. And then, obviously, here, it rotates back and forth. This moves up and all around, and it can rotate here at the wrist. Like, that just there is just so much articulation. Kind of move the shield piece out of the way because it gets in the way. Oh man, it's getting caught up on the shield here. I'll move that out of the way. Actually, I'm going to move this off for now. So it does do all that kind of range of motion, right? So you got an even, like, just accidentally made that move. It does have a good chest crunch. So his head can move back and forth, up and down. It can do the exorcist. It's got a butterfly joint in his arm, so that can move back and forth. And then it moves all around and up. This moves, so like his arm is fully articulated. That's cool. And then obviously you can fully rotate here at the waist along, in addition to this ab crunch. Sweet. And it can move all the way around. It's just very finicky. I'm not going to try it, okay? I'm not going to try it. Because this guy's too cool to break, right? And then obviously he has the same articulation, moves up and down, and rotates. Same with his wrist. And then his legs do move up that far. They're kind of hindered by his kind of loincloth. And they move back that far. They do have rotation here, so they can move like that. Same, moves up that far, back that far. Rotation in the inner thigh. And he does have up and down movement in his legs. And this thing just feels very easy to move. It doesn't feel like too tight. So there's that. That's cool. And then he does have up and down movement in his feet, right? So, wait, does he? Okay, yeah, he does. So there's a rocker, and then there's a slight up and down movement in his feet, and then there's like ankle rockers. And that's for both sides. It moves up and down very, very slightly, and then does have ankle rockers. So there's like so much articulation on this guy. Like, I'd imagine so. This is Kratos. You want him to be fully articulated so he can just beat the heck out of anybody that comes against him and his son. This is so cool. And there is like this thing on his back, right? So you can hook the Leviathan axe onto his back, right? And that just looks really cool. I think I'm putting the axe right. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure this is how the axe goes. That just looks so cool. So you can hook Leviathan... Actually, I'm just going to keep that on there for right now. So you can hook the Leviathan axe on him. Obviously, you saw that the shield pegs into his arm. But we're going to put on the full shield now, okay? We're going to put on the full shield. So I would assume it just goes the same way that the other one did. Oh, man. Actually, I might have to pull that Leviathan axe out again. Pull the Leviathan... Okay, yeah. So he holds it in his arm, and then we're going to pull the Leviathan axe out again. So we're having all kinds of fun with this thing and its posability. Oh, yeah, that's... We're having all kinds of fun. Okay, so now he's going to hold the Leviathan axe, right? Oh, yeah, man, okay. Okay, I just gotta get him into a pose that I like here, right? Alright, so he's like this. And then he's gotta, like, bend his legs like he's bracing, right? He's bracing. He's bracing for it. Oh, yeah, okay. Now that's dope, right? That's sweet. Atreus, get behind me. Don't be a fool, boy. Oh, okay, yeah, dude, this figure is just too much. All right, we're putting this back on, right? And obviously you can see it just pegs into his arm here. Like, this is so good. It's like the best figure ever of Kratos, right? This is, if you want an affordable Kratos figure that looks good and has a lot of articulation, this is your figure, okay? Now, I'm sure there's lots of figures. I believe Hot Toys came out with a Kratos not too long ago, and it looks super accurate. But if you want a cheap Kratos, this is the one to go with. So good. Alright, for comparisons, I'm going to try to keep it video game themed. Here we have the Kratos figure next to the Figma Metroid the Other M Zero Suit Samus figure. Kratos next to a Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Montgomery Gator. Kratos next to Jack's Pacific, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Twisted Alice. Kratos next to Jazzware's Fuecoco from Pokemon. Kratos next to a Mattel Steve figure from the Minecraft movie. And finally, Kratos next to a Snapco movie theater exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Knuckles Cup Topper. Alright, this guy, I can't compliment this figure enough. For 30 bucks, this is not a bad figure. This is like NECA Toys level of articulation and detail here. Like, this is NECA Ultimates line worthy here. Like, just all the details, everything is just nicely done. For 30 bucks, that's great. And if you really wanted to get a really super detailed, completely video game accurate Kratos, then you could spend, the couple $100 on the Hot Toys version of the figure. But for somebody like myself who doesn't have or want to spend a bunch of money on one figure and wants things on the cheap, this is a really good figure to have. Like, I can't praise this figure enough. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.